welcome to the newest edition of 5 Questions on the Voice of the Saints blog. I'm Joe Hansen. Today I'm joined by head men's hockey coach Mark Wick. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Joe.
All right, first question here. The season started with a lot of questions for your team, not knowing what to expect. Started with a pretty good weekend, 2-0 at that point in conference. Have you answered some of those questions? It's a little early, but how are you feeling about the team so far?
Well, it was a good start for us, and some of the questions, we got a lead on. Whether we have the answers or not, time will tell. But it was kind of what we expected. That we did lose a lot last year, but we did have a lot of guys coming back, and an opportunity for those guys to step up, and they certainly did. Guys like Aaron Spots and Brendan Potters, they had a great weekend. Our defensive core played very well. Jeff Gagnon, Jordan Bear did a great job in the penalty kill. So the guys that needed to step up, stepped up, and our new players, looked pretty comfortable also. So all in all, going on the road and getting 2 wins right away is a good start for us.
All right. You had a bit of an interesting evening on Friday with the blackout out there. What did you do to spend the 2 hours? How did you keep the team focused?
That's really credit to our guys. They handled it very well. It was a tough situation. We didn't know what to expect. We didn't know if we were going to be going back on the ice in 10 minutes, or as it ended up being about an hour and 45 minutes before we actually got back on the ice. We started almost 2 hours late. We went in the locker room. For a while we had some emergency lights on. After that, cell phones, iPods, were lighting up the room. Some guys were playing cards. Some guys were just, relaxing. Some guys took their gear off. So everybody handled it. But the biggest thing that they did was they didn't lose their focus. They didn't get, frustrated by it and that type of stuff. So all in all, that's a credit to the guys. We didn't do anything. We just kind of stayed in another room and, would give them updates anytime we heard anything. So a tough situation, obviously the same for both teams. But I thought our guys handled it very well.
All right. Like you said, you have a lot of new players this season, about 10 in all, I think. Who are entering this weekend when we'll be kind of our first home games and going forward, who are the players that we should be keeping an eye on?
Well, of the new players, Tyler Miller is playing with Jeremy Dawes and Aaron Spots. He had a very good weekend, had a couple points. Brett Corcoran is playing with Riley Rydell and Carter Davis. He also had a very good weekend. And then our fourth line has been made up of all new players. Last weekend it was Stefan Fanouf played with Garrett Chumlin and Paul Marcoux, and they had a good weekend, scored a big goal for us on Saturday night. Chris Sinclair and Joel Langevin will get in this weekend. So those guys up front have done a good job. They've adjusted very well. And on the back end, Colin Traxel is a freshman for us, and he played both games this weekend and looked very comfortable. So of the new guys, they're all fitting in and all kind of understanding their roles and what they're supposed to do, and they contributed this last weekend, so that was nice to see.
Okay. You're a former player here at St. Sebastian, a graduate of the school. How was that dynamic like of being a former player and then moving into a coaching role here as well?
Well, it's a special place to me, and I've coached at other places, and I really enjoy coaching at this level, and then I enjoy Division III hockey and athletics. But to be able to do it in Duluth at St. Scholastica is really a special thing. It's a place that I went to school. My wife went to school here. So we have a lot of special feelings. I love this community. I think it's a great community to be in. So not everybody gets that opportunity to coach at the school they went to. So I think I'm very lucky and blessed to be able to coach here at the institution that I was able to play at and have a lot of special memories from. And there's great people here. It's a great institution. So I'm very lucky, and I thoroughly enjoy being here at the College of St. Scholastica.
All right. Final question. Our athletic director here, Don Olson, is a former hockey coach. Actually, I think you've coached against
Absolutely,
him.
yes.
So how has that dynamic changed for you? Is there more pressure on you, and how is your relationship with him different than the other players?
Well, everybody tells me it's a great position to be in, to have an athletic director as a hockey coach. I always joke with him and say, the guy coached hockey for 32 years. If he misses it, I might be out of a job. He might decide to get back into it. But no, Don's a first-class individual, and he's been great to work with. It's great to have somebody that you can bounce stuff off of, but I think for our whole institution or for our whole athletic department, he's been a great addition. But I will be honest, it is nice to have somebody with that background in there. in that position to really understand what we're going through. And like I said, he's been very helpful when we've had questions and about other teams because he's coached against all these guys and stuff like that. So it is a big benefit for us, as an athletic department, especially the hockey program. It's a joy to have him here.
All right, that's all I got for you. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, good luck this weekend. And thank you for watching. You just heard the voice of Saints men's hockey coach.